NBA legend Charles Barkley decided to come forward and make a statement concerning the massive NFL drama. After many accused President Trump of making an aggressive statement about the disrespectful players who protest the anthem, Barkley couldn't stay silent anymore. Barkley appeared on the Dan Patrick Show Monday to share his opinion about the national anthem protests and about Steph Curry's remarks about Trump. His opinion about the anthem protests: "I would stand for the national anthem personally." Barkley then explained that politics has nothing to do with his opinion. "You know, Dan, you said something earlier and it always annoys me when people say it. You know, I've never voted Republican a day in my life. I'm a Democrat, and just for the record, Democrats aren't doing anything for black people either. My mother asked me if we're Republican or Democrat and she said only rich people are Republican. I said, you do know we're rich, right? People assume. I do want to make that clear. I've always voted Democratic, but they're not doing anything for us either. I want to make that clear." He also talked about how he can't understand why, if these players cared so much, don't go into the communities and help somehow. "The media has totally hijacked this conversation about who's kneeling, who's not kneeling, who's holding their fist up. I forgot why these guys are doing it. We got a lot of power. We got to use that power in a position way. We can go into some of these communities and do a lot of positive stuff. Don't worry about what the president says. The players, they got so much money now and got so much influence. We need to take a progressive approach and go into these communities ourselves and try to make a difference." The players got to say, "What can we do collectively? Let's don't worry about the president, let's don't worry about the media. What can we do individually?" They can go to the owners and say, "Hey, let's go into these communities, instead of wasting time about kneeling and who's protesting." When asked about Curry's remarks on President Trump, which led to Trump canceling his invitation to the Golden State Warriors to visit the White House after becoming NBA champions, Barkley responded, "Well, I think anytime you get an opportunity to go to the White House, it's an honor and a privilege. Don't care who the president is, I think you should go. How many times are you going to get an opportunity to sit down with the president and discuss some issues with him? Not going is over with. It's just giving these guys on TV and radio something to talk about." Barkley, a loud Democrat, was right when he suggested that if the players really wanted to make change, kneeling isn't the way. Instead of going to the communities and helping, they are wasting their time kneeling. Listen to the full radio interview below.